Morning, guys. All right, so very important day. All right, November 21st. We have the sun at 29 degrees of Scorpio, meaning it's going to be moving into Sagittarius by tomorrow. All right, we have Mars moving into Sagittarius on the 24th and Sirius moving into Sagittarius on the 25th. We already have Mercury in Sagittarius, which transitioned over to that sign on the 10th of this month. All right. So, what is Sagittarius all about? Freedom and adventure, being optimistic. All right. Speaks about higher knowledge. All right. Foreign travel, having associations with foreign people. All right. Learning new languages. It can speak about foreign foods. Okay. Belief systems when it comes to spirituality, having interest in psychology. All right. It's just a time of growth and expansion, abundance and prosperity in any way, in any form that it comes in for you. All right. Whoa, that flew out. That was Venus in Sag and Venus in Capricorn. I'm going to leave it there. Okay. This is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. You guys know I usually use this to gain information about where the transits are happening, what the energy is like. All right, let me roll the Astro Dice. I rolled earlier, I had Leo in the 6th house with Neptune's energy there, which is for Pisces. All right, Moon is currently in Pisces at this time. I have the North Node with Taurus in the 8th house, meaning the focus here is going to be either on the Taurus Scorpio axis, all right, and or is going to be for the sign of Libra, all right, because the 2nd house is Scorpio in the 2nd house. This will be a sun, moon, or a rising ascendant Libra. Okay, so being that the North Node is here, it's giving me the energy of focusing in on relationships. All right, so if Libra is in the 1st house, then the opposing energy is going to be Aries in the house of relationships. Okay, weird. All right, here we go. Sun in Leo, Venus in the 4th house, which is Cancer. All right, so Venus's energy coming out here heavy. All right, and I can see why, because we're reading for Libra, right? So Venus in Cancer, Venus in Sag, Venus in Capricorn, Sun in Leo. Let's get one more, and I'll get one from the bottom of the deck. I'll read the energy out. Let's see what it's talking about. It's already giving an overall, having a new birthing type of energy, like a new project here, having some sort of flirtatious energy with someone from abroad, right? It's giving me a very conventional type of relationship. This could be with someone, an older person. All right, with the sun in Leo, this is the time of fortune, right? Of happiness, joy, contentment. It's given overall, Leo's energy is the way for you to self-express. All right, Jupiter in Virgo is asking for the energy of patience. And then we have the sun in Cancer. Okay, let's read the energies out. Let's see what's going on here. So major on the Venus's energy for sure. All right, let's see here. Where is Venus at this time? Venus is in Libra. All right, so I see why it's coming up. That's why it's coming up. Venus is in Libra. Okay, so Venus in Cancer. Let's start there and see what comes up. So the birth card here. Really nice picture. Speaks about, motherly instincts with the little baby there. All right, this one says, the angel of birth above a newborn baby, the rocky cavern, suggests the hard protective shell of Cancer above the sun and moon, safeguarded the birth. The 2 seagulls represent the seal of Venus and the spirit of Venus. All right. So, Venus's energy speaks about love. Cancer's energy is all about nurturing and attachment. All right. This card specifically speaks about the why can I speak? all morning since I started my readings, I've been stuttering. I don't know why, but guys, just go with it. The birth of a child, an adoption or an increase in the family, a celebration of an anniversary, a reunion with childhood friends. When this card is drawn in a reading, it may indicate a birth or other additions additions to the family. It can also show a need to make contact with one's mother or more general family roots in order to discover the answer to a question asked. All right. I never asked the question with the overall reading. I'm just pulling the energy. All right. So it says the Venus Cancer combination describes someone with deeply sensitive romantic feelings. People with this planet sign aspect need stability and security in relationships, and demonstrable shows of affection are essential to their well-being. All right, so being that we have Taurus's energy here with Scorpio, the opposing energy right now with the last degrees of Scorpio opposing that full moon that happened in Taurus is pulling in the energy of maybe, you know, really wanting to tune into those deep emotional feelings, right? That's what Scorpio is all about. It's all about transformation. It's all about opposing the energy of Taurus. It's giving the energy of love, but also of creativity. Okay, so Venus and Sag. Let's move on here. Flirtation. It says, a traveling minstrel serenades a beautiful young huntress. The lute symbolizes the pleasure-loving nature of Venus, and the bow, the far-seeking adventurousness of Sagittarius. All right, so a very adventurous and freedom time right now in order for you to have some sort of love affair from abroad is what it's given. All right, a foreign lover or holiday romance that blossoms, a marriage abroad, a light-hearted flirtation just for the adventure. There is, when this card is selected in a reading, a possibility of marriage or a relationship with someone from another country. Often, this comes through a meeting at a university or other learning institutions. Women who choose this card usually seek a heroic, adventurous kind of partner, a romantic Indiana Jones figure. So I just said something about Sagittarius' energy for the week being very adventurous, being about like foreign travel, having interest with foreign people, foreign foods, anything foreign. All right. So if you're learning a new language, anything like that. All right. So it's a very conventional type of relationship is what I'm giving here. All right, so let's read it. It says, when Venus is in Sagittarius, it describes someone who is philosophical and fair, honest and true in relationships. In contrast to the nature of the preceding sign, Venus in Scorpio, which is secretive and brooding, Sagittarius is open and freedom-speaking with regard to love matters. All right. It says here, Venus Sagittarians share all thoughts with the loved one, even if it's sometimes they are a little too frank for comfort. Speaking the truth as they see it, they constantly have to be cautious that their honesty is not just too blunt. All right, so not being a little bit too blunt when it comes to whoever this relationship is. All right, let's go to Venus and Capricorn. All right, this card here. Okay, it says, a neat and well cared for traditional house stands proudly above an orderly garden. In the center is a child framed by a stone wall, a portrait of a child framed by a stone wall indicating family restrictions. This is a marriage or an affair with a great age difference, a relationship with a famous or an important person, a new friend, or some influence. When this card is drawn, it often indicates a romantic liaison with someone that's much older or younger. All right. So again, this could be you associating with someone that's of great age difference. Could be someone from a foreign country. All right, birthing something new, some sort of creative project, whatever this is for you. All right, Venus in this common sense sign of Capricorn describes someone who needs a romantic partner to share and help them achieve ambitions. Disliking public displays of emotion, this planet sign type is fairly conservative in behavior. Although this sounds dull, the Capricornian zany sense of humor prevails, keeping any relationships lively and entertaining. Often the Venus and Capricorn card indicates a fair age difference in a major relationship. People with this aspect are loyal and steadfast, but financial security is very important to their emotional happiness. Love on an overdraft is not conducive to a Capricornian's well-being, and relationships can suffer if the partner is recklessly extravagant or foolish with money. Okay? So, the Sun and Leo card. Fortune. This card says, a benign sun warms the world. Its great rays giving a glow of creative life to the small planet. So that's what it was giving overall in the beginning. It's definitely giving me something like a creative project. All right. This card says grand successful plan, great show or achievement, receiving recognition, a creative success, exhibition of talent, successful offsprings, and love affairs. All right. There is an elephant, or there is an elephant. There is an element of game playing when this card appears in a reading. It denotes whether whatever has gone before had a long-term strategy in which each move was encountered with a new problem to solve. The inquirer accepts the challenge each time and surmounted it. When the fortune card appears with cards that are less auspicious, it has the power to lessen and negatives in a reading. All right, so again, whatever it's saying, whatever you're doing here is very an auspicious creative project for you to do. All right, it does require patience, all right, but could be very resourceful. That's what I'm getting overall for the reading. I'm going to continue to read on, though. This is the most auspicious position for the sun in the whole deck of cards. It is in its own sign, Leo. Astrologically, sun in Leo rules the 5th house, August, prestige, pride, children, and love affairs. Sun in Leo people are defined by their dignity and generosity, great vision, and the power to see a plan and make it reality. When this card appears, it has provided or is about to present a great relieved at last feeling. Sun in Leo is not about sudden, unexpected good luck, but much more concerned with gaining the recognition or results one has been aiming for. It represents good fortune in the sense that all of the hard work put into a project or a situation is at last recognized. So great job, whatever this is here, some sort of foreign project that you've been working on, okay? So patience with Jupiter in Virgo. All right, guys, let's read this one. All right, this is what that looks like. Okay. It says, a gentle woman strolls in her garden. She wears an elaborately and delicately embroidered dress. The ox and the lion look away from each other in peace. The classical heads are earth goddess Circe and Gaia. All right, there it is again. Okay. It says here, acting as secretary for a social or self-help group, reorganizing the methods and systems of an organization, spending time helping someone with a learning difficulty. Jupiter Virgos expand their lives mostly when they can exploit their outstanding analytical and critical sense to the full. Excelling at detailed work, the talents of people with this planet sign combination achieve most in some kind of specialist activity. Philosophically, people with this aspect are able to sift the truth from most arguments, but may have to watch their own overcritical attitude to others who are less mentally endowed. Health and attention to diet is important to the well-being of Jupiter Virgoans. They have an innate understanding that mental and emotional states have a great deal to do with health and demonstrate an ability to help others in this area. All right, so let's look at the sun in Cancer. Resourcefulness. All right, this card, in a bleak landscape, a raven converts a discarded vase into a highly decorative home. Okay. So here we talked about the sun meaning fortune, all right, being in its own sign of Leo. And now we have the sun in Cancer, which the sun's energy is fortune, Cancer's energy is nurturing, and again, attachment. And that's what we've seen here with this card with Venus's energy in the very beginning of the read. All right. All right. So it says those requiring sympathy, suspicion based on previous experience, big family occasions, reunions, inheritances, and paternal contacts. All right. This energy here, it says the sun Cancer nature is emotionally sensitive and considers feelings to be of paramount importance. This card describes a powerfully nurturing person, and whether the question it relates to concerns family, home, or business, the same caring qualities come into play. As people with this planet sign combination experience most things on an emotional level, decisions are based on how they feel rather than cold logic. All right, so the sun Cancer people have an excellent memory for past life events. The need for security is prominent for the sun Cancerians, and indeed, this card defines a careful person who is happier with a little something put away for a rainy day. Someone with this planet sign aspects feel a strong need to collect and accumulate both objects and helpful people, and has difficulty in getting rid of things just in case they come in handy. This shrewd and acquisitive talent is useful in business, in which the sun Cancerians excel. Often people with this aspect expend time and energy in making the home a place of beauty and luxury. Such a natural feeling for property and its potential gives a head start in real estate matters. Sun Cancer people put down strong roots, and it takes a lot to move on from them once they're settled in. All right, so when selected, this card suggests that the family background is more than usually important. Inherited family traditions contribute much to the way in which the questioner lives. All right, interesting. Very, very interesting. So whatever this gift is that you have here, Libra, it's a gift that has been, I want to say, inherited to you. All right, that's what Scorpio's energy is all about. Something that has been inherited. All right, so I'm seeing Taurus, I'm seeing Scorpio, and I'm seeing the North Node. This is part of your destiny, whatever this is. All right, whatever this relationship is, whatever this big Venus energy is, it was meant to come in for you. It was meant for you. It was your fortune. All right, you were required to have patience throughout this time. All right, and it's going to be possibly even something that you can do from home. All right, with the Sun in Cancer. Again, I'm seeing that you are a person of great responsibility. All right, could be within a spiritual community if that's what you're working on here. All right, whatever this conventional love affair is for you, it's very creative. It's a way for you to really tune into other people's emotional feelings. All right, so just be careful with the way that you utilize that energy. Okay, so let's see here. Give me one card on Scorpio at 29 degrees. What is this reading trying to tell us for Libra? Okay. Think it through. New moon in Gemini. All right. So the new moon in Gemini. Let's see, when did that happen? New moon in Gemini. That was very significant. I remember doing a reading. I have it posted on my channel here as well. It could have been back in June. Let me go back and see. New moon in Gemini. June 18th. All right. That date could be very significant. All right. New moon in Gemini. Thinking it through. So Libra, let me pull your chart real quick. Let's see where Gemini's energy lies for you, because there's a full moon coming up next Monday on the 27th, and it's going to be in Gemini. All right, Libra. So Gemini has a lot to do with your 9th house. That's why. All right, it's Sagittarius's energy. Very simple. All right, so thinking it through. The full moon that's going to be happening there is basically saying full moons are a sense of completion. All right, to some sort of spiritual journey, to a sense of whatever you were doing here, higher knowledge, whatever the foreign travel was in this specific area. It says you've achieved it, right? That's what the Sun in Leo is all about. All right, so now that we're moving into Sagittarius season, all right, or maybe this is what it's saying here, right? This is what's going to be coming up for you. Sagittarius's energy. This is what you're going to be experiencing. Some sort of creative project, something that feels foreign, that allows you for some sort of freedom and adventure. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's see what's happening here. All right, last quarter moon in Virgo, attending to the details. All right, so Virgo's energy for you is the 12th house. Has a lot to do with the house of the unknown, the subconscious, imagination, inspirations. We have Juno that's in Virgo at this time, which is the asteroid of marriage and partnership. And we also have Lilith in Leo, which also speaks about vengeance, power, just the feminine energy, very strong, okay? With Juno and Virgo, this could be a partnership here in which you have whatever creative project you're working on, all right? So again, you know that 12th house is ruled by Pisces, and it speaks about creativity, your inspirations, your imagination, all right? But it has a lot to do with the energy of the subconscious, all right? So whatever it is that you're doing here, maybe it's requiring you to be patient, all right? Attend to the details with Virgo's energy here. It's going to require you to have lots of mental work, okay? That's what it's saying. One more. One more. Okay. There's Libra's energy. Last quarter moon in Libra. Make time for self-love. All right. So I have Virgo, I have Gemini, and I have Libra. 2 air signs and 1 mutable. All right, that Virgo is an earth element. Take a breather. Cancer's energy. It came out twice in the reading so far. All right. Actually, I want to see something. What is this new moon in Gemini trying to tell us here? Think it through. It says a positive outcome lies ahead. However, to take this opportunity from the ethers and make it real, you need a positive mindset. On some level, you already know how to get what you want. Use your smarts, think it through, look for the signposts about what to do next. Ask, what am I expecting? Focus on positive expectations. Expectations attract. If you're having doubts, talk to someone. Make a list of your goals. There's a way through. Use your mind and your words to help others see things your way. All right, so if you're working on a creative project here, there's a fact that you need to be patient. All right. Make sure that you attend to the details. Make sure that you're gathering facts. Make sure that your overall health is on point as well. All right. And then whatever you find that you're doing here, this is you're finding it resourceful and you're making time for self-love as well. Okay. That's what I'm seeing overall. All right. So take a breather right now. Coming out of Scorpio season, moving into Sag season, if you think of the energy, Scorpio is very intense. It has a lot to do with facing your fears, touching in with your deep emotional feelings. It definitely has a lot to do with other people's finances. So you're dealing with difficulties when it comes to your finances, other people's finances. It has a lot to do with organized religions, right? Has a lot to do with debt and, you know, emotional debt, you know, financial debt, just kind of working your way through the tension, breathing, taking time to really move into this next journey here. How can you become a little bit more adventurous and enjoy the freedom here as you move forward into this next, you know, season? It's kind of what I'm getting. All right. Let's see here. What's next? I'm going to pull from my Wisdom of the Oracle cards. Living one day at a time with here and now, being fully present in the moment, number 32. All right, flexible. Teachability definitely has a lot to do with Sagittarius' energy. Open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising was most important, number 19. There's the energy of the sun. All right, in the major arcana, number 19. And then we have here truth be told. So coming out of denial, accepting things at face value, the willingness to be transparent, honesty and clarity of communication with number 14. What's the temperance card's energy? Sagittarius. All right. Here we go. Go the distance, bringing dreams to life, having no fear and putting in the work. All right. This speaks about what is meant for you won't pass you by. Endurance, being strong and going the long haul. All right. Where's my book for this? There it is. All right. Here and now, number 32. All right. Everything happens in the now, in the present. Only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today if you let go of the need to look into the future or reflect on the past. Be present and notice what it is that's happening right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. Okay, very significant to the energies. Here we go, 19. Being flexible. A tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane. Whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down, consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. Okay. So truth be told, number 14. There is in truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, right? So there's the truth, and then there is a truth. That's what it's saying. Subject according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not the time to debate about what is truth or truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is, peeling off the layers of denial that keep you tied to the illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and spirit will answer with miracles. All right. So this is all about you just accepting things at face value. All right. Coming out of denial, being flexible with what you need to start adapting to here, and taking things one day at a time. Whatever tension you're stepping out of, be present in the moment. Allow that energy to really push through. All right. Be adaptable to the changes and accept things at face value. All right. The sun's energy is here. Temperance energy is here. Both immutable, and it's giving me Sagittarius' energy with the temperance, number 14. All right. So changes are happening. 3 and 2, number 5. All right. It's saying it very clearly. I'm going to pull some tarot. I'll pull from my Isle deck here. Now, the North Node for you, Libra, again, it's in your 7th house. All right. It has a lot to do with your relationships at this time. All right. And the South Node is in your sign, which is you dealing with challenges and, you know, past karma. All right. So take things one day at a time, specifically. All right. Why is here and now? You have the past and the future in this picture. I love that. All right. Here's the 2 signs down at the bottom. The past and the future. Okay. Yep. Being adaptable to changes, I'm telling you. That's exactly what this card was saying. It's almost like you're heading towards your future. It's clearly saying that. 2 of Pentacles is the energy of Jupiter in Capricorn. All right. Jupiter in Capricorn, this is, again, you being someone of great responsibility when it comes to a religious community. Okay. Well, there it is. Spirit says, say that again. All right. So there's your Sagittarius' energy right there. I said it was going to come out with number 14, temperance energy. All right. It has a lot to do with your spirituality, your philosophies, your belief systems, and how you're meant to possibly learn and teach. Okay. And that is the journey of the future. Once we see Jupiter go into Gemini, it's all about having a job. All right. With one that you love. All right. And that involves some sort of teaching. All right. Communicating, sharing ideas, things like that. Has a lot to do with your career too. All right. So Capricorn's energy. What happens is it's going to have you be part of an organization. I feel that's what it is. All right. Capricorn's energy is Saturn. It calls for discipline, structure, responsibility. It calls for you to be very straightforward and focused. All right. Driven, being ambitious in whatever it is that you desire here for your near future. Right. So let's speak about the flexible card. Let's see, why is flexible here? Well, all right, the moon. Be flexible with the energies of your emotions. All right. What's happening here is you're going to start tapping into other people's emotional feelings. And what's going to happen is you're going to be holding on to energy that may not be yours. So it can reflect on the way that you are around other people and those in your environment. Okay. So just be careful with hidden enemies, things like that, toxic environments, hidden secrets around you. Just be careful, okay? But also the moon card is asking you to be adaptable. Utilize the energy of your intuition. All right, use your discernment when it comes to that. All right, Knight of Swords. This for me is fast incoming communication. It does represent Aquarius's energy for me. The Knight of Swords is someone that's very intelligent, that's very quick-witted. It's somebody that can come back with an answer very quickly. Okay, let's see. I feel like the Knights are like the messengers of the deck, right? So if you're a messenger of communication, all right, air energy, it's going to be you utilizing your intuition in order to do that, okay? And being open-minded and teaching others how to do that as well. You're very knowledgeable, apparently, right? Okay, so yes, the Wheel of Fortune. I love that that came out that way. All right, it's Jupiter's energy. Again, this is a very optimistic time for you to utilize those specific gifts that you have and be flexible with those, all right? Without compromising, obviously, what's most important is what the card said. All right, accepting things at face value, the willingness to be transparent, coming out of denial, honesty, and clarity of communication. That's what the truth be told is here on this card with number 14. Let's see what's happening with that. All right, so I have 4 major arcana so far. All the fixed signs are here, which are Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. And then I have Cancer and Capricorn, which represent the opposing energies. The 4th house and the 10th house, very significant for what came out in the reading. And then I also have Sagittarius' energy here with Temperance. Let's see what comes out over on this side. All right, so I have the Knight of Cups. Again, this is that love affair energy that we were seeing, that Venus's energy, all right, being open emotionally and creatively as well. Okay. Yep. King of Cups, Pisces energy. This is, again, that Neptunian energy. You're utilizing the energy of your imagination. All right. Your creativity, opening yourself up to love in that way. All right. And the Two of Swords. This is the Moon in Libra's energy. You could feel very indecisive, but this is a way for you to be able to face your fears as well. All right. Justice card. There you are down at the bottom of the deck. Remain balanced at this time. All right. Remain balanced when it comes to collaborating with other people. All right. This energy here is going to be Mars and Capricorn. All right. I can pull that energy really quickly. Let's see what's going on. Mars and Capricorn speaks about authority. All right, it says ambitious moves requiring great self-control, being in a position of power over less reliable people, a lonely job with great responsibility, seeking help from someone in a position of authority. It says when this card appears, it can indicate a need for the questioner to take control of the situation by asserting authority. What did I say in the very beginning? All right, Capricorn's energy is all about discipline, authority, and structure. All right. It says, alternatively, it may be necessary to seek the help of a person in power. All right. So you may be seen as a person in power when it comes to having some sort of authority. All right. When it comes to being devoted to something. All right. Whatever this religious thing is over other people. You know what it is. You're able to learn it. You're able to teach it. You are seen as a person of a great responsibility. All right. And authority. That's what I'm getting overall. All right. Whatever this is will last you long term. This is definitely a specific new project for you. It could be a wish fulfillment for you. Something that is going to be coming in with a sense of freedom. All right. Independence with the 9 of Pentacles. But it is going to be a heavy, heavy job. All right. Great responsibility here. All right. But it's a great opportunity. And it's going to lead you to your future. All right. With Justice, we have Jupiter and Libra that came out here with the 8 of Wands. This is Mercury's in Sag. It's the current transit right now. Important information is coming through. Sudden changes happening. Fast incoming communication. All right. With the Knight of Wands, it's giving me that Mars energy. Definitely very significant to you catching on quickly. All right. Taking action when it is that you're receiving these creative and inspiring messages. And they're emotional messages. All right. It could be a bit draining with the 9 of Swords energy here. But again, is all for you to be able to tune into the energy of meditation, all right? So that you can continue to make progress. Remember, do not allow other people's emotional feelings to be attached to yours. Whatever it is that you feel that you hold on to, release this and know that you have the Two of Cups, the energy of spiritual union on the other side of this, all right? The Queen of Wands, you know exactly what it is that you're doing. You know exactly whatever it is that you're teaching, all right? It could be creative. It could be very, how do you say it? It requires your independence and your confidence, all right, in order for you to do this. But we also have the High Priestess here. Utilize the energy of your intuition, all right? You were meant for you to spread the word to others so that others can spiritually awaken as well. All right, that's what I'm getting overall for this energy. I'm going to pull from the Spirit Animal deck there. Let's see. I can almost already feel the transition of the energy of Scorpio moving into Sag, right? Because when I started this reading, I'm just like, oh my God, what am I going to talk about? Like, but again, Spirit's like, just go with the flow, right? Just go with the flow. It was giving overall, like, release the energy of tension that's been happening so far, because it's been heavy. It's definitely been heavy. I want to see something. So guess what? Pallas just moved into Scorpio on the 19th. And Pallas is the asteroid of wisdom and knowledge. All right. So if you have some sort of interest when it comes to the energy of transformation, right now is the time to do so. Gain knowledge, spread the wisdom that you have, all right? Because as the Sun, Mars, and Sirius are moving into Sag, it's creating that energy where in your third house, you can communicate it out to other people, all right? So we already have Mercury that's in Sag in your third house, all right? I like this a lot for you, Libra. This is good. All right, you have Venus in Libra in your own sign with the South Node. So you're really focusing on self-love at this time. All right. And you're dealing definitely with your past challenges and your karma. And that's okay. All right. This has a lot to do with self, with your body, with your overall presence. And I see it working well for you. Especially with the North Node being in your 7th house. With Chiron there, with the wounded healer. It's allowing you to really to really tune in to your core wounds when it comes to your relationships, all right? Helping you bring that back into union. All right, let's see what comes out for you, Libra. Well, trust in the magic, number 66. Freedom is yours, number 33. And trust the great mystery with number 65. 66 and 33 are 2 angel numbers that I'm going to pull for you. I just heard birds chirping out the window. 66 speaks about responsibility. Create your own response, even though your life can present many challenges, people and situations that are out of your control. How you respond to them is always your choice. You are being asked to reflect on small ways you can keep your responses as choices you make rather than automatic reasons or reactions. All right. So again, you could be very empathic. You could be very tuned into the energy of your intuition, your psychic abilities, your motherly instincts, whatever it is for you. Trust in the magic here with the White Raven Spirit. All right. You are a person of great responsibility, and you are a person that are able to attach to the energies around you. Don't hold in what's not yours. It's very important to your journey here. All right. Freedom is yours with number 33. It says, love and peace. You are never alone. Your angels are with you, listening and receiving your prayers, but they want you to stretch a little further. What can you do to help yourself today? Reflect on a problem and think of one way to make it slightly less difficult. No matter how small the action, it matters. All right. And I'm going to pull 65 for you as well. Transformation. Your efforts produce change. The efforts you've made toward living your authentic life are not for nothing. Your angels encourage you to see how your personal transformation is creating a mirrored effect in your reality. Observe parallels today between your own self-growth and what has changed in your daily life. It's very important. All right. So trust the great mystery is what that card said there. I'm going to read those out really quickly. Number 66. Here we go. It says here, nothing in the universe is random. For the intricate web of co-creation weaves together all events and has done so in the beginning of time. Coincidences have meaning. The white raven spirit appears to remind you to pay attention to these synchronicities so that you might recognize patterns. Even the winds dance in a pattern. Participate in the magic of Spirit's plan for all. Align with the highest good and intentions, and you will come to see that White Raven is guiding you, an ally to you, and a messenger from Spirit. Align with the light, and you will start to recognize that all is working together harmoniously in ways the eye can't always see and the mind can't always comprehend. The universe is conspiring on your behalf right now, drawing you to the light and bringing you the magic and miracles that are your birthright. Now is the time to trust in the magic of the world that is everything and everywhere and in all things. Pay attention to how things come together as if by magic, and you will see the hand of Great Spirit arraign things in your favor. So freedom is yours with number 33. I feel like this has a lot to do with when I'm speaking about the astrological axis for you. Your second and your 8th house is very significant when it comes to having an ending and a new beginning and being on the opposite end of creativity. And then I also said the 4th house and the 10th house was very significant for you. So your 4th house is Capricorn's energy, all right, which is where I see the energy of changes happening because Pluto is in Capricorn at this time, and it's going to be moving into Aquarius January 20th. All right. So it's moving into the energy of pleasure, love, and creativity. All right. Which is where the sun in the 5th house energy was, where your fortune is. It's in Aquarius, this energy. And that's what I feel is happening here. There's changes happening in your 4th house of home comfort and your divine feminine energies. All right. It's the energy of your intuition. All right. And then in your 10th house, we have Cancer's energy there, which Vesta is retrograde in Cancer, and Vesta is the asteroid of spirituality. Makes sense? All right. So while in Scorpio season in the 2nd house, your values had a lot to do with the wisdom and the knowledge that you were gaining, here all about transformation in Scorpio's energy. Now it's moving into the energy of communication. All right. So Mercury, Sirius is the asteroid of parenting and nurturing and agriculture. We saw that nurturing energy with Cancer come out in the beginning of the read. All right. And Sirius actually is the ruling asteroid to Taurus's energy, which again is going to be your 8th house of transformation. So what you're going to be nurturing right now is the energy that's sitting in your 8th house. It's going to be Jupiter and Uranus is in retrograde when it comes to you tuning into your deep emotional feelings and the energy of transformation. I hope this is making sense for you guys. All right. So let's read out 33. Freedom is yours. When Horse Spirit appears, you are gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. It is a time for travel and adventure, whether that means a trip somewhere or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom of choice. Horse Spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstances, you have free will and the choices that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation, a better state of being, for there is no one but you to reign in. You will make a different decision. You are capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long time to come. Horses and social animals are known to be a friend to mankind, willing to carry us forward when we need it. Horse Spirit reminds you that help will be available to you whether you need it, and companions will be by your side whether you choose to go whatever direction you choose to travel. Life is an adventure, and Horse Spirit wants you to know that whatever choices you make, you have great spirit within, invisible yet holding you up and always walking by your side. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you can set your heart free to experience love in all forms. Spirit whispers you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of the perfectionist and the stubbornness. Make a move and enjoy the freedom of letting go and the need to control. Very important. All right, so number 65 here. Let's see what we have. This happens to be my favorite card of the deck, the Wheel Spirit. All right, so trust in the great mystery. You may not know where divine is sending you at this time. You may not know. All right. Whale spirit is an ancient creature who was here at the beginning of time and who has seen everything, felt everything, and heard everything that has ever transpired on this planet. In the hidden realms where all things must gather first before manifesting into form, whale spirit is the keeper singing the soul of the whole world from the deepest waters of the coldest seas. When the whale spirit appears, it is a reminder that there is a great mystery that you must accept without intellectually trying to understand it. Some things cannot be known by the mind, only experienced through the heart, through intuition, and through the peripheral senses that part the invisible veil separating the visible world from the great manifesting consciousness in the hidden realms. I'm telling you, it's very important that you astral travel when you're manifesting. Go into deep meditation, really tune into the energy of the divine and feel it and manifest what it is that you want. Create a vision board, do something, right? It says, now is the time for you to immerse yourself in the great mysteries of spirit and to trust that within the invisible, what you can't see now are the seeds of your intentions being tended to by angels. So it's like speak and, tune into the energy of prayer when you're going into meditation. Tell them what it is that you want to experience. All right. And bring that to reality for yourself. All right. I love that reading, guys. Very powerful reading. No, go back. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh, hold on a second, guys. Very, very powerful reading. But I like it. I like it a lot. There's one deck I'm looking for here that I want to pull for you guys before I end the reading. Of course, it's all the way down at the bottom. Alright. This is my Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle deck. Don't run from the darkness. Embrace your shadow side. What aspect of yourself have you been afraid to look at or address? And I feel, again, that's the energy of the transformation. All right. To receive, you must release. What can you let go of? What do you need to receive? Interesting. All right. So I have number 28, which is a 10, and a number 5, which is the number of change. All right. So something ending and something needing to change. It's very significant here. All right. Let's do number 28. It is safe for you to look at your shadows. To move forward in your life, you must look at the pieces you have been afraid to see. Be honest with yourself about what you have been hiding from. The dark parts of you, your insecurities, doubts, and deepest fears are part of you as well. It is not something to judge or condemn. For a spiritual perspective, there is no good or bad, just areas that need more love. Look at your shadows as a mother would her own child. Embrace them and love them for trying so hard to protect you. Your insecurities, doubts, and fears have done nothing wrong. They have simply tried to keep you safe in what often feels like an unsafe world. Once you understand your wounds, emotional attachments, traumas, and pain, they are no longer needed in your life. You don't need to carry any of that fear forward. Your ego, the fear and the shadows is part of you, but does not define you. Recognize that you are no longer need the ego's protection. Allow yourself to accept all of you and invite more light into your life. You can do this by saying, I choose to be light. I accept myself fully, and I allow the light of illumination to enlighten my path. All right, number 5. As you step away from what no longer serves you, you are being asked to shatter illusions of separation, which is why you may feel as if so much is crumbling around you. Use this time to reflect and realign. Go inward and really get clear about who you are, what you stand for, and what matters most to you. When you are aligned with your truth, which is love, you have nothing to fear. Remind yourself things aren't falling apart. Everything is simply falling into place. I like that, because if we think about Scorpio's energy, it is the Death card in the Major Arcana. All right, the number 13, it speaks about transformation, literally death and rebirth. Being in a sense of death of your old self and stepping into the new, right? But if we also think about the Tower card, which is represented by Scorpio's energy as well, it speaks about things falling away from you only to be built back up. All right. Again, the Judgment card, I look up I look at it as Pluto's energy because it is ruled by Scorpio's energy because it's ruled by Pluto. All right. It speaks about the awakening, the aha moment, the coming back to reality, right? Speaking your truth and being in alignment with who you really are is how I see that card. All right. So Scorpio's energy, energy heavy in the reading. All right. So embrace these last degree or this last degree. All right. Before we move into Sun and Sag to transform your energy. All right. And embrace the new you as we step into Sag season. I love you guys. I'm leaving the reading there.